Press conference for the match Banyana Banyana or South Africa versus the Netherlands. Let me say hard luck to Coach Des for what was a good game, but she'll tell us all about it. So I'm going to ask her to give us her impressions of the game, and then we'll take questions from you members of the media. Over to you, Coach Des. How do you see this game?
We started off real bad, conceded and then conceded again. But I know the quality that we have within the team. I thought we responded really well after that. When we put the ball on the ground, we looked so much better. And our pace up front was always going to trouble them, but we didn't use it often enough. But you're playing against the number 7 ranked team in the world, you know, current champions. We have been off for 2 months, and the second half was going to be a challenge for us, coming off our off season, but I was very, very happy. Last year, this time we played Sweden and sort of folded in the second half when the fatigue set in and we started making changes. I felt the changes that we made really lifted the level of play. We also gave a debut to 17-year-old Karabo Dlamini, who's just come back from the recent Under-17 World Cup. We're very happy with the performance. We're just sorry we couldn't win it for Mama Winnie, but very pleased. A lot of positives so early in the year. But credit to the Netherlands. It shows the quality that they have, and congratulations, Coach, on the victory. All the best for you going forward.
Thank you very much, Coach Des, and I will ask Coach Sarina to also give us the impressions of the match, and then we'll take questions.
Okay, well, I think it was a very good match for us to play against South Africa. They're an organized team. They've done very well lately with their qualifying for the World Cup. What we wanted to do is to see a lot of players, give players minutes, see combination of players, and this was a very good game to do that. And it was really nice to play in this environment, to play in this culture, so we're really happy and pleased that South Africa invited us to play this game.
Yeah, when you're running in on goal like that, you know, we're already looking, and honestly, while the team was warming up, the doctor came to me and she asked me, what do you think the result will be? I said 2-2. And when that happened, I thought, oh my word, you know. But you know, in moments like that, I must give credit to the goalkeeper though. She stayed up as long as she could, and Jermaine needed to make a decision, and maybe if she played it a bit harder, but it was a great save nonetheless. You know, so early in the season, we're really happy, and on another day, maybe more, a game or more, she would have put it away. Operation, yes, when we played Sweden, we had something similar, and we learned from that, especially against Sweden last year. We you know, folded in the second half, especially when we made a couple of changes. But this time we were a bit stronger, and that's positive for us. So early in the year, it gives us a bit of hope. We know that going to the World Cup, we have to be in superb condition, and to be in such a physical shape so early ticks one of the boxes already. But I was also pleased with when we put the ball on the ground. Started playing 1-2 touch football. We looked really in command or in control of what we wanted to do. But when you play a side like the Netherlands, who have quality players, you know, playing in the top leagues, you know, they're always going to challenge you, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to challenge today, but I think we stood up really well. Pushing up so high, and we have the pace that we have. It wasn't the plan, but if the opportunity is there, just we didn't play the balls early enough. But the movement of Tembi, especially Tembi up front, is always going to challenge. We just need to get that final pass right, and you know, and then she could be in a couple of times, but it's a lot of work still to do. But we're pleased. So early, you don't get everything right that you plan, but we're happy.
Yeah, well, they have improved their game. We played them almost 2 years ago, and they really improved their game, so it's good. And you know what they have the African style. They're very quick players, and we're not used to play those quick players, and you can see that on the field. So for us, we had to get adapted to that, which is good for us. And I think the game we want to play is the possession game, and also want to go behind in the defense. But it was hard for us to do so, and we lost the ball too quickly, and then they wanted to go in front. They came a little more comfortable, which was which was well done.
We always look at improved performances, and we want to put the ball on the ground as much as possible, but to move the ball around quicker, and our movement needs to be a bit better. So that's one of the things we look forward to Tuesday. But also the first part of the start of the game, we need to settle quicker, and the errors that we make, we need to minimize those errors, because the second goal was a poor clearance, and they capitalized on that, and that is the difference between playing a top side. They capitalize on those things.
Injuries?
It's not injuries really, it's just cramping. You must remember they hadn't played a match in 2 months. You know, the legs and the body takes its toll, so we're just resting them and we'll look at them, but we didn't pick up any injuries today. Look, if Jermaine had put that away, most probably, but then we don't know how the Dutch team would have reacted. But yes, like I said, we need to minimize our errors, especially against the top teams, because they don't hesitate, they punish you. When you play, with all due respect, the likes of Lesotho and Botswana, you can get away with that. And that is one of the areas, you know, one of the other areas was at set pieces, and AFCON, and now we've been really good, so we've improved on that. And we just need to, in those areas, we panic a bit at times when, you know, we just need to settle down. So we will consistently show them what it is and how they need to improve.
Yes, for now, yes. This first part of our preparation, we just want to see many players who were with the group for a longer time. Some are new. We had some today, one player that played her first game for the national team, which is good. And during this period, we will settle down the team again. But for now, I want to see more players. Let them compete with each other. So when the tournament comes closer and closer, then the team gets settled again. And that's what we want to do. And of course, since we won the European Championship, everyone's watching us. And yes, the expectations are much higher than they were before. But still, it is the second time we are in a World Cup in history. So yes, it's going to be hard, the tournament, as it's going to be for everyone, because it's very good teams that are at the tournament. But I think what we want to do is want to perform really well, and how far that gets us, that's what we will know during the tournament. Yes, what we really enjoyed, of course we're in a total different culture than we have in the Netherlands or in Europe, which is really good for a team. Another environment, and we want to take the team away, so we have had many attention in the Netherlands and in Europe, so we wanted to come out a little bit of that attention. So we have trained quietly, but we went also to a township, and we know we have the players, they grow up and they have chances, and they have opportunities. And here we were at this township, and it's really hard to grow up for players, but the girls we were with, they were so happy, and we had such a great afternoon. And for us, we will never forget that afternoon, but for those girls, they will never forget either. And we see, okay, this is what happens also in the world, and we can make a difference through sports. So that we also take that with us. So we had a good game, good preparation, but as a human being, we take that with us, which makes us richer.
Go to that night, there was no opportunity. I think they were absolutely magnificent, you know. You cannot not want to play for a crowd like that. And when we heard that the tickets were sold out, we were all excited. And when the game started, it looked like there were very few, and then all of a sudden, you know, you had people singing all over, and that is what South Africa is all about. It unites, the sport unites the people, and how fitting for the Winnie Mandela Challenge that it united everyone. But the crowd was absolutely magnificent. We wish we can take them with us all over. We had in camp last year when we played the qualifier against Lesotho, but she was also part of the under-17 squad that was going to the World Cup, so we had to release her. But, you know, a pure footballer, good intelligence. We played her in a different position to what she normally plays in, but it shows the quality that she has, and you know, she can only grow. She looked like a seasoned campaigner, and that for us is good, you know, when you bring in a youngster like that, and she just fits in. But that was for some of the other players as well. As the coach said, we also tried a couple of different things. Certain players played in different positions, because when you go to the World Cup, you have a squad of 23, which consists of 3 goalkeepers, so you've got to have a couple of players that can not just play but do a good job in a different position. You cannot compare. It's such a big difference. When we played them way back then, everything just happened to fast for me on the pitch. You know, but it shows how women's football in the country has grown, how the girls have adapted, and with players going overseas, it's only improved our team, and the growth of women's football is just shot through the roof. That we could come out of that and then compete. But I said, you know, going forward, we don't have to just compete, we have to really give teams a run for their money. And I think today we did, but for me, things has just exploded with football in the country.
Same question for coach?
Yeah, I have to go into a totally different world. So 20 years ago it was different, there were hardly any opportunities. I couldn't be a professional coach as I am right now. And as a soccer player, you could not be a professional soccer player in the Netherlands. There was no education in soccer for little girls at all, and that has changed. That has changed throughout the years. So the generation, they were preparing the next generation, and they, you know, the generation now helps the other generation to develop the game. So which is really good, but going to big tournaments in Europe, it's really hard to qualify for the German European Championship and World Cup. Since 2009 we went to the European Championship for the first time in history, and in 2015 for the first time to the World Cup, and that changes also. So first it was not really accepted, women's football, and now it's really accepted, but also acknowledged. So that feels really good, and we just love to show how good we can play football and make a living out of it. In March we play the Algarve Cup. So we have in our group there's Spain and Poland, and then there's a final match day. In April we have also training camp. We have 2 matches, and then in May we come together with the team. We have 1 more match, and then we go to